A Grand Prix game show, Rosewater explains why there's been no Damnation reprint, and a familiar face is back on the Hall of Fame ballot. It's October 12th, I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this is Split Second. This previous weekend saw two Grand Prix events separated by a common language, as both Grand Prix London and Grand Prix Atlanta took place on opposite sides of the Atlantic. Both events featured Kaladesh Limited, with sealed on day 1 and drafting on day 2. The top 8 in London featured several notable players, including two-time GP top 8 competitor Federico Del Basso, two-time World Magic Cup top 4 competitor Gabor Kocic, three-time captain of the Welsh World Magic Cup team Pip Griffiths, member of Wizards coverage team Neil Rigby, and 2016 Magic World Championship finalist Marcio Carvalho, who was crowned the champion of GP London at the end of Sunday. GP Atlanta had a similar smattering of talented players in the top 8, including team cardholder member Noah Walker, GP Indianapolis 2015 finalist Raymond Perez Jr., 9-time GP top 8 competitor Chris Fennell, and the eventual champion Carlos Ramao, who had 4 previous Grand Prix wins and was the Magic World Champion in 2002. Congratulations to Carvalho, Ramao, and all of the rest of the top 8 competitors this weekend. Over the last few years, Grand Prix events have become larger, both in the main event attendance as well as with the amount of alternative activities at the venue during the weekend. Grand Prix Atlanta featured 12 Magic artists, including guest of honor Therese Nielsen, who were there to sign cards and talk with fans, along with cosplayers Christine Sprankle and Vanessa Martin. At Grand Prix London, one of the highlights of the weekend was a live episode of the Windmill Slam game show, Win Millionaire, which pits 3 guests against each other in an elimination-style trivia show themed around Magic. Each competitor starts with 20 life and 3 cards, and when they answer a question correctly, they draw a card and are able to play one of the cards in their hand. In the special live version of the show, audience participation was encouraged, and random audience members received packs of Kaladesh when the players answered questions correctly. Make sure to check out the full episode over at youtube.com/windmillslammtg. In his Drive to Work podcast, which has 2 episodes released every Friday, Magic head designer Mark Rosewater goes over a wide range of topics related to Magic, from history to lore to behind-the-scenes stories about design. In one of the most recent episodes, Rosewater goes over the history of the Phyrexians in the game of Magic, from their early days in the story with Yawgmoth and the Brothers' War, all the way up to their more recent invasion of the plane of Mirrodin. This condensed history is a great way to catch up with the story of the Phyrexians thus far. In his second episode of the week, Rosewater talks about priorities in design, specifically speaking on the subsection of players who ask for a reprint of Damnation. The popular card for casual players was originally printed in the Planar Chaos expansion in 2007, and while it has had a limited reprinting as a full art player reward version and a judge gift version, players have been asking when it will be reprinted in a more accessible form for years. Rosewater notes that Magic R&D has a list of items that players have been asking for, either reprints or new cards, and explains how they prioritize these cards. To check out the full episodes, head over to Overcast.fm and search for Magic the Gathering Drive to Work. If you've seen the Walking the Plains documentary Enter the Battlefield, or if you followed the Magic Hall of Fame voting in recent years, you're probably familiar with Chris Pikula. Pikula has been a competitive Magic player since the very beginning of competitive Magic, taking part in the first Pro Tour in New York and placing in the top 8 of 3 Pro Tours between 1996 and 1998. Pikula even went on to win a Magic Invitational, which provided him the prize of helping to design a Magic card and have his likeness printed on it. After years of being on the Hall of Fame ballot but not getting in, Pikula eventually fell off due to changes in the requirements for the amount of Pro points. During the past year, however, Pikula has managed to earn the last few Pro points needed to get back on the ballot and will be eligible for the next round of voting. Congratulations to Pikula on his accomplishments this year, and good luck in the voting process. That's our show for today, October 12th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.